Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of your Astraordinary Coffee Chats. I'm Davide di Censo.
And I'm Matteo Barbarossa.
And we are the founders of Astra Coffee. We're here to make your cup of coffee extraordinary. Today we're here with Matteo to discuss the topic of organic coffee. So Matteo, what is organic coffee and why does it matter to buy organic when it comes to coffee?
So organic is a process of farming, okay, that differentiate from the traditional one. Coffee comes from a tree, okay, that of course is attached to the land and creates cherry. Inside this cherry there is these seeds that we roast, then we grind,
and that's coffee.
And that's coffee, and that it's wonderful, okay.
Yes.
Yes,
it is.
But why organic is important? When it comes to coffee, because organic difference it's quite different when compared to the traditional way how to grow the coffee. Traditional way how to grow coffee involves a lot of technology applied to agriculture, and the logic beyond that is I need to produce as much as I can for square feet of my land. Okay, in that square feet, I want to put as much as tree as I can, and from each tree I need to harvest as much as cherry as I can.
As much product,
As
right?
much
So I'm a
product
farmer,
as I
I have
can.
so much land, I want to be able to increase my production to the maximum.
Yeah, and maximize my business, okay? Mostly. In order to achieve that, I use a lot of technology applied to this. I remember once I was in a coffee farm and I saw a guy and I asked, so is this guy a scientist from NASA or is he working here? Because he was really, his body was super covered, okay, with
Suit up like an astronaut.
suit up like an astronaut with a big mask, with a big helmet, okay, and he was spreading around fertilizer.
It was spraying fertilizer.
He was spraying for fertilizer. And I asked, why is he dressed like this? Because this fertilizer could be harmful for him. So we want to protect him, and that is the reason why he is dressed in this way. It is true that also when coffee is roasted, it will lose a lot of the chemical that the cherry absorbs during the growing phase. But not everything. Not everything goes away while the coffee is roasted. When it comes to organic, on the opposite side, no chemical are allowed in the agricultural process of the coffee. Very few of them. So there is the specifics for the organic protocol of farming the coffee. And the most beautiful things is that they insert into the coffee plantation insect and little animals that are natural hunters of the coffee plant parasites. So this little insect and this little animal protects the cherries. It is also true that for a specific amount of land, so the number of cherry that an organic tree will give to the farmer is not that much when compared to a regular farming coffee.
It will not yield as such big harvest as traditional necessarily.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
So, but so this is because you cannot use all the technology that you can in order to maximize the yielding of the coffee plant. So this is the main differences between traditional agriculture applied to coffee or organic agriculture applied to coffee. And
Makes sense.
Yes, this
makes sense. And so what's really the benefit for the soil versus the benefit for the customer of buying organic and drinking organic coffee?
Yeah, totally. So for the soil, the organic farming is totally sustainable. Okay. Because you use these small animals and these insects to protect the plant. You don't use any additional things, but
like chemicals.
When you add a lot of chemicals and pesticides to the soils, this is really not sustainable.
Right, that's not sustainable for the farmer, and also it affects the final customer.
Yes, of course, because the cherry will absorb these chemicals and pesticide from the soil.
Most of them are probably roasted away.
Yeah, during the roasting phase, most of them will be roasted away, but not everything. So something will remain into the drink. If you use organic coffee, you don't have this problem from the origin. So, and for sure, it's an healthier and safer product for your body.
That makes sense. Right, thank you so much, Matteo, for being here and speaking to us about organic and why organic coffee matters. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you again in the next episode of our Astraordinary Chats to make your cup of coffee extraordinary. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you have any questions, post them down here.
And let us know your experience while preparing your coffee with the tips and tricks that we suggested to you.
Also, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button so you can stay in touch.